Dennis Jr. here with Zager Guitars in Lincoln, Nebraska. I had a customer recently inquire. He was having some buzzing sounds on his guitar, and I do have a lot of customers who think that they may have a high fret, meaning one of the frets on the fretboard is too high, causing a buzz on a particular string. And this can happen. It only happens purely because of dryness. Meaning the fretboard gets dry, it contracts and shrinks and actually pushes a fret out of position. Now I will say, although this can happen and it only does happen with dryness, it's rare for it to cause a buzzing string. Most times it's solely because the face lowered because of a little bit of dryness of where you're storing your guitar. Meaning frets can actually vary in height just a little bit. Do remember your string height at this point, which is the 12th fret space, should measure 3/16 from the fret space to the top of this big E string. 3/16. If you're below this level, you will pick up buzzes on frets, especially if you're a heavy-handed player. I do have some lighter touch players who can go lower than 3/16 at the 12th fret space, but they're very light touch players, and occasionally, depending literally on the weather outside that day, humidity and dryness and such, this can literally vary. These instruments are full solid wood and they do react to the weather, and that's why we always suggest string height 3/16, measuring from the fret space to the top of the big E string, right down there at the 2 dots. If you go below this, you're literally going to suffer. I mean, there are luthiers out there who will do it and set it up for you like that, but your guitar will fluctuate literally daily, and one day it'll play great, and one day, you might pick up some buzzing. We don't want to go there. We want a solid instrument that performs every single day, and that's why we suggest 3/16 at the 12th fret space to the top of the big E string. And I tell you, with most of our playability, do remember, also comes from our bracing system, in that you don't have to push as hard on the strings. It doesn't have nearly as much to do with string height in that way. We're getting most of our playability, again, from that bracing system, our neck design, our fret material, all those things combined. But again, if you're getting a buzz and you're thinking it's just one fret, that's very rare. If it is a fret, I mean, you've had to subject that guitar to some pretty good dryness. But again, first and foremost, in that situation, do the towel method. Drop in the 5 towels. Watch my video there. Drop in the 5 wet towels. Plug the sound hole and bring that face back up to position. 99% sure you do that, and you'll notice improvement right away. Anytime there's a dryness situation, the face moves first, way before these frets will move. So do that, get your humidity back up, get that face built back up. Then you can, if you're, depending on your string height here, then at that point you can use the truss rod to turn the neck back clockwise and even bring string height down lower in some cases. But 99% of these cases where we have a buzz, it's because the face dropped. It's just so common, 99%. Get that face built back up with water and your problems will go away. All right, if you have any other questions, don't be afraid to call or email. Take care, folks.